Hello and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we drew our opening game of the season 0-0 away to SC Beramar, and in this episode we take on our title rivals from last season, P4HFC. However, we have never won away to P4HFC. But will that change now? Can we get our first win away, or will they continue our good record against us? Let's find out. P4 are pretty much the same squad as last season, although they're all a bit older and in some cases they're stronger for it. Like Skilachi is now a 10-bar player, adding to some sort of depth to their defence. Niedermeyer is a 10-bar goalkeeper, so he's better than he was last season. Shimizu up to 11-bar, growing in stature, adding alongside Mayborn, Palengi and Waring. And they've got Sierra and Laranzar up front as usual. This is a very strong team, and you know what? I said they were too strong for Division 5 last season. I think they're too strong for Division 4 this season. They could be among the promotion contenders for this season. Interestingly, including this season, we have now played P4HFC 5 times in total, and in all seasons we had the away leg among the first 2 games of the season and the home leg along the last 2, with always something to play for. It's an interesting way it's worked out. Also to mention the fact that the home side has won every encounter in this fixture. Ray Tataw Eta is back from recovered from injury that he suffered in the last game between these two sides, so ironically his return to the side will be against the very opponent he got injured against last time out. P4H had lined up in a 3-5-2 formation with Les Niedermeyer in goal, the back three of Lennox Main, Javier Masha and Rodrigo Leonardo, midfield of Bart Gaskin, Gerard Mayborn, Danjiro Shimizu, Montez Polghini and Hugh Waring, and a front two of Eusebio Sierra and Ignacio Laranzar. Knights line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Ant Connolly in goal, a back four of Pim Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Ledley King and Aquila Santa Maria, a midfield of Ray Tataw Eta, Pierre Of Hesslink, Alvito Roma, Y Junior and Raymond Hargreaves, and a front third man of Celso Mota. Timothy Wagner drops to the bench because Tataw Eta is now fully fit again, and Wagner is going to be our midfield reserve for this season. So, without further ado, let's go live to the P4HFC arena for the match. Captains for this match are Rodrigo Leonardo for P4HFC and Pim Kruis for Knights of Sardonia. Referee is Justin Time, Skill 5, Harshness 7. P4HFC are in the green strip, playing from left to right. Knights are in the red and yellow strip, playing from right to left. The other match in the division will see Jomo Elite take on FC Boring, Gillen Suckers 2 against SC Beramar, and Corneta FC against Atletico Madrid. The teams are taking their positions on the field in their respective formations as we prepare to start this game. There's always important games between these two teams, and this one looks like to be no exception. Are underway. We're going to card the first minute of the game here. Pierre Of Hesslink has been yellow carded for stamping, and P4HFC have got a free kick in a dangerous position just on the first minute. There's already an exciting start to this game as Hugh Waring's free kick straight on goal. He scores! A talented free kick taker like Hugh Waring could do no wrong there, and P4HFC have taken the lead in the first minute, and Knights got off to the worst start possible. But Knights getting on the ball a bit now with possession. P4 got it back again. Knights have got it back again. The exhilarating commentary here as Atletico Madrid have taken the lead against Corneta. Now they were the bottom side in the division, so that's the surprise result. And Corneta were one of the teams I fancied to get promoted this season. So, as things stand, we are going to be bottom of the league, which is pretty bad. That is the end of the first half. Oh dear. It's not going particularly well in Division 4 so far, even if it's only the second game. But P4HFC lead 1-0 with a score with their only chance. The other match in the division, Jomo Elite are drawing against FC Boring, Gillen Suckers 2 are drawing against SC Beramar, and Corneta FC are losing to Atletico Madrid. So, not much happened so far, but goals against us and against Corneta have been pretty decisive in changing how this division looks so far. And we're about to get underway in the second half. But we'll find out in the second half. We're underway as the second half gets underway. And Knights have got a good amount of possession here early on. We might be able to challenge P4 here. We've got a chance. It's Alvito Roma! And he misses the goal. Corneta have equalised against Atletico Madrid. And they're just taking the lead. It's a dramatic turnaround from Corneta there. Gillen Suckers 2 just taking the lead against SC Beramar. So all of a sudden, loads of goals flying everywhere. Injury for P4HFC. Danjiro Shimizu is slightly injured. Well, P4HS number 10 is going to come off here. So he was one of their main midfielders, although not the best midfielder they got, but still a threat. Celso Moses got a slight injury though, so that's not good. 74 minutes played, 1-0 to P4HFC. Hugh Waring's first minute free kick separates the two sides, but here's Eusebio Sierra! And it hits the point with the post and the crossbar meet. Just seconds 2 just gone 2-0 up against SC Ibrahim. And we're going to free kick again for P4HFC. It's Waring again! Saved by Connolly. Hugh Waring's free kick was no match for Ant Connolly in the end. And we've got the following goal by Eusebio Sierra! See that side of the post. Well, that says a lot really. 87 minutes played and it was 1-0 P4HFC. Eusebio Sierra! Centre just over the crossbar. Just seconds 2 go 3-0 up against SC Ibrahim. Generally FC Boring is still a 0-0 draw. And that is the end of that. We have lost yet again away to P4HFC. That's 3 away defeats against them in a row now in consecutive seasons. This is not going particularly well so far, and Knights have slipped into the relegation zone this early on, having collected just 1 point from our opening 2 games. Safe to say this hasn't been a good start, although we did lose to P4HFC last season and still ended up winning the title, so all hope is not lost yet. Rodrigo Leonardo was immaculate for P4HFC and was named their man of the match, while Pim van der Kruis was also named our man of the match, although our team's performance wasn't exactly great. So, this Division 4 malarkey is proving to be a tough ask at the moment. Knights have drawn their opening game away to SC Ibrahim, and on the road we lost to P4HFC, so road trips are proving to be very difficult for this team so far, and this mainly because many of the teams we're facing away from home are much stronger than us, and when you're facing a strong opponent it can be difficult to get results, especially if they don't have any specific tendencies when it comes to the tactics. In previous matches against P4HFC, I tended to mark a specific guy who was usually the guy who always made playmaker, although he didn't necessarily always have a playmaker, but even so that was the guy who tended to use a playmaker if he had one. Now he picked up on this and instead put his best midfielder as a playmaker who he'd never previously used. As a result we lost. It's going to be hard to win many, if any, tactical battles this season. The managers are that bit sharper than we've faced in previous seasons and are more acutely aware of their own weaknesses and strengths, so it's going to be a tough ask. Our performance was too poor today, so the team of the week is Kutsi Uga of German Elite in goal. The back four: Rodrigo Leonardo, P4HFC, Keith Roseblade, Cornetta FC, Peyton Jackson, FC Boring, and Cristiano Castro, German Elite. Midfield of Colin Croston, Cornetta, Simon Eastwood, Cornetta, Gerard Mayborn, P4HFC, and Hugh Waring, P4HFC. And a front two of Ole Andreas Falk, German Circles 2, and Andres Justowiak, Atletico Madrid. Riedler of German Circles 2 gets man of the round again, suggesting that despite his team's relatively weaker strength than many, he might be a dangerous opponent to face this season. Well, he was in Division 3 last season after all. So after 2 rounds, German Circles 2 the early leaders with a perfect start with 2 wins out of their first 2 games. Cornetta FC move up to second after 1 win and 1 draw in their opening games, as FC Boring, who also have a similar record, but they've been moved down to 3rd place, probably due to the number of goals scored. P4HFC has jumped from bottom of the league up to 4th place, pushing everyone above them down 1 place. Jomo Elite are down to 5th, Knights down to 6th, SC Ibrahim down to 7th, and Atletico Madrid are yet to get a point this season after losing both their opening matches. Our next game is at home to Jomo Elite. It's our first home match of the season, and for both sides there appears to be stuff riding on it. This could be a very difficult game indeed. So, in the well, not the next episode we'll be facing Jomo Elite because the cup is back. Therefore, our next match will be a cup match. It's time to find out who our opponents are. Our opponents for the second round of the Ultimate League Cup are SL Moy Teleska, a Division 6 side and one of the weaker ones at that. As a Division 4 side we shouldn't have any problem getting past them whatsoever, but you never know what might happen. See you in the next episode when we take on SL Moy Teleska. Goodbye.